Hi guys, so this is Michael, your millionaire mentor again, and I'm going to share something really interesting right now with a lot of people have been asking me these days. Alright, a lot of people are asking me right now, hey Michael, how do I differentiate between what is a scam out there versus a real deal? So how do you differentiate between a scam or a real deal right now? Now, so many people have asked me this right now, and I'm going to give you a little bit of my insights of how I assess whether it's a good deal or not. Alright, so if you're looking for deals out there, I will recommend that you actually use my 3S systems over here. So this is my 3S over here, and basically just breaks down into three major things: structure, systems, and skills. Let me just put it out into perspective for you guys right now. Many a times when you go out there and get presented with a deal, either one-to-one or in the internet, you probably see this glamorous little page and it will tell you how great the returns are going to be. So what most of the time people do is first thing you ask is the structure itself. Does it sit inside a company? Does it have legal protections for you guys over here right now? Or is it just a friend telling you, hey, borrow your money and I'm going to give you back 10 times your returns? So most of the time, I will never go to an individual or a person, right, to trade or make money for me. That just doesn't work. It's not safe enough. For me, I'd rather invest into a company, okay, with proper legal binding contracts. Now, what does that mean for me? And if it's for you right now, I would take all the contracts that is given to me by a company or by anybody that you're investing into and let it be vetted by a lawyer. I want to make sure there's a structure to protect, to make sure that I get my money coming back. So that's step number one. So now that you've got all that protection happening, so then we come to the second one over here called systems. So it is great that you're actually protected by a company or even legal documents to make sure that eventually they will keep their promises. But hey, what's to stop a company to close down or the contract to not be delivered? You could actually have somebody promise you something and end up not fulfilling it, and you have to go through long, tedious court cases to get your money coming back, correct? So now that you've signed all your agreements or you're planning to sign all agreements, go to step number two. And step number two is this: check their systems out. Now, if a person does not have a consistent way of making money coming back, in other words, take this word called track record. If they don't have a track record out there of making money consistently for at least 2 to 3 years, okay, then you shouldn't invest into them. No matter how great the deal is, no matter how great the company looks and how glamorous it is, or how good the contracts are, you shouldn't do this until you can see a proven system. So this is something very important where you want to go out there. So check it out. Find out what is the results for the past 1 year, for the past 2 years, for the past 3 years. Check them out to see in the worst of times, in the worst of months, whether they have made the losses, and if they have made the losses, how did they recover? If they have also made profits, okay, how do they put their profits to generate even more? I would say there is no proven system that hasn't had any failures. So I want to see the failure rates and also the success rates. And if the success rates are more than the failure rates, then it's a good system. The worst system you want to get into is a system that has never lost before. That means it is too good to be true and you better take care. And last but not least, this is something where I take the next big thing. Now, most people will pretty much at this point invest into the plan already. But for me, I go one more level deeper, which is the skills. Who is behind the structure that creates the system that actually has the skills to do it? Because you see, every structure, every system comes back down to either a human being or even a software or an AI or a technique or something that has been designed by somebody who has the skills to execute the real job. In other words, if I'm investing into, let's say, the stock market, and it's an investment firm that gives a great returns for the past 3 years and has got continuous great response, I want to know who's the people behind, because it is those people or the systems they are implementing on a day-to-day basis that's generating this. Alright, and I would sit down and watch how they do it. That's how good I'll do this. It's just like watching a football team. A football team is only as good as each individual players. So this is what I'll assess to see first. And I have done this for many times. I've actually flown down to the country to see the company and see the operations of the actual company on a day-to-day basis. I would walk into their shops to see whether is it clean, is it organized. I would go out there to pretend to be a customer and see if they would treat me right and they would actually get all the way. I would actually even buy a product from them to see how efficient their service is and how great their products are. As a matter of fact, I would actually use the products to see how skillful did they combine those products together before I actually invest into that business. Does that make sense? So at the end of the day, every real deal out there is always based on real results. And real results are actually based on skills, or great skills, under great systems and great structures. So there you go. This is how I do this. And to tell you the truth, so how long does this take? It takes me a long time. It takes me anything from 3 weeks these days. But when I was really starting out to be an investor, it would take me anything from 3 weeks to 3 months before I actually put my money in so that I can be safe and I never get scammed. So this is the major difference between a scam and a real deal. So summary right now is this: always do your research. Take your time to go out there to find out what the company or the investment is about. And last but not least, final word of advice: if it's too good to be true, if you're making 1% a day, 10% a week, okay, or 100% a month, then walk away from it, because those don't come very often to be real. They tend to be a scam. So guys, don't be in a hurry to make money, and I guarantee you, you will not lose money. If you like what you hear right now, click the like and subscribe button below and ask me more questions so I can guide you to become a successful investor. Till the next time round, see you guys.